I remember the moment like a frame etched in slow motion. My sister smirked, holding her phone like a scepter. We reserved rooms for me, my husband, and my child. "We're the real family," she said, each word a deliberate stab. My parents didn't even look up. Their silence was louder than any insult. I smiled, calm, collected. "Then I'll leave," I said. No trembling lips, no tears. Just a measured turn and the door shutting behind me. I walked out into the cold evening, the hotel lights reflecting off wet pavement, my chest quiet, my mind already sharp. It wasn't always like this. Once, family trips were laughter-filled, my sister's voice a constant echo of mischief. We built forts in the living room, shared secrets I thought were safe. I trusted them, I loved them, until the pattern began, subtle, almost invisible. Invitations I never received, conversations I wasn't part of, deals made over my head. And then the trip, this humiliation in broad daylight, confirmed the truth. I was expendable. I had noticed the signs first in my sister's messages, tiny slips of jealousy disguised as concern. Her tone softening whenever she spoke about inheritance or attention. Then the undeniable proof. A hotel booking confirmation addressed to her entire family unit, with my name absent. That was it. Concrete. Heart-stabbing, yes, but the shock didn't paralyze me. It clarified me. I started thinking like a chess player. Every move she made was predictable. Arrogance clouds foresight. I didn't need to confront her immediately. No, I would build the board first. I cataloged her actions, her weaknesses, her blind spots. I tracked her finances quietly, noted the people who hung on her every word, her social pride, her fragile sense of superiority. Every boast she made became a brick in the wall I would use to contain her. First, the social isolation. A carefully worded text to a few distant relatives, highlighting her controlling tendencies. Subtle, almost invisible as gossip, but precise. I watched as her circle wavered. People started questioning her kindness, her perfect family image. Then the financial nudge, a small but pivotal oversight in a joint investment she bragged about. A phone call here, a quiet email there, nudging her toward accountability she couldn't see coming. I didn't just want her humbled, I wanted her exposed. The true strength lay in patience, in letting her arrogance construct her own downfall. And it happened. Hours later, I ignored dozens of frantic calls from my parents and her, each buzz on my phone a tiny victory. I let them stew in their uncertainty while I orchestrated the final scene. By the time she realized what was happening, it was too late. The investment she flaunted had collapsed under a minor, legally justified maneuver I had initiated. Friends questioned her, relatives withdrew favors, and she found herself alone at the family gathering she once commanded. When I returned, it was subtle, no fanfare. I walked in quietly, watched her flinch at my presence. "I see you've been busy," I said softly, letting my words carry the weight of calculated observation. She couldn't argue. Every smile she once wielded as armor was gone. I saw it, the flicker of panic, the realization that control had shifted. I didn't need to shout, I didn't need to explain. The silence did the work. She understood she had underestimated me. My parents looked on, and for the first time I sensed their respect, not the hollow kind, but real acknowledgement. Later, I sat by the window, city lights bleeding into the darkness, and allowed myself a quiet exhale. Revenge isn't about rage, it's about precision. Every detail accounted for, every move deliberate. I hadn't just struck back, I had rewritten the rules of engagement. And as I watched her struggle to reclaim her perfect life, I felt relief, yes, but more than that, empowerment. I had walked out once, calm and unshaken. And I had returned unbroken and untouchable. The lesson lingered, sharp and clear. Underestimate me once, and you risk losing more than a battle. You risk losing the narrative entirely.